Hi, welcome back to The Curve. I'm Kat and this is Megan, and we're learning about sexuality and healthy sexuality, and we were just talking about the 5 aspects of it, and we had to cut Gaia off because we had to go to a banana. But now we want to get back to that, but first I also want to introduce, we've got someone here that's going to join our little mini workshop here. Yes. You probably recognize her from Nighttime with Arlene Pakulin. It's actually Arlene Pakulin. Woo! Welcome and thank you for being here with us.
Thank you for having me, ladies.
Okay, Gaia, let's get to it.
All right, so all right, so the 5th aspect is the sacred, and that's what I was talking about, those pillars, those stages. That's Tantra, that's Taoism, that's all the sacred sexual practices.
Okay.
Right? So say you haven't had any trauma and you come into the sequence, right? You still need to learn how to surrender and play and be silly, because human sexuality is an extension of childhood play. Okay. So it's still, even if you already don't have that going on, you still have to start at the beginning.
Okay. How common is it that someone comes in with absolutely no sexual trauma?
No.
We all have some form of
very rare.
A little insecurity or...
You can't grow up in the culture and the society that we live in and not have some kind of sexual belief systems that are interfering in you being wild and crazy and free and orgasmic.
Yes. And I want to touch on too, before we get into this, how important it is, because we're not just talking about sex and sexuality, we're talking about how this affects our life and our living a healthy life in general. What's the connection?
So we talked a little bit about the biochemical releases when we have orgasmic pleasure, but it also helps us when we learn to communicate. So if you look at it from this place, is that when you surrender to pleasure, and I use that word often, surrender, you let go of control, it allows you to learn how to communicate more efficiently. It lets you get to let go of being a control freak, because you feel safe in the world. And more people enjoy spending time with you because you're not a raging bitch.
Okay.
Or a jerk, right?
Right.
Don't be a raging bitch. I'm just going to write it down.
Tip number 1.
Tip number 1.
I like
so it helps in your relationships. It helps to communicate. When you communicate in the bedroom, because that's the scariest part, you learn how to communicate in all areas of your life. So not just in your relationships, but at work and friendships. Because you learn how to negotiate. If you can negotiate how to get spanked with a rubber chicken while wearing a tutu and be okay, you can negotiate how to get a raise at work.
That's a fair point. Fair point. It must really help your self-confidence.
It does. Yeah.
Yes.
Builds your self-worth, builds your self-esteem, you find your voice, it helps. And of course, going on that journey, you have to let go of your body image issues, all of these beliefs that we have. We're not sexy enough, we're not good enough, we're not beautiful enough. You know, what does my face look like? You have to let all of that go in order to be really present in the moment.
Because it's true, we all have our own fears and our hang-ups, and you know, once you let that go and you realize nothing bad happened, the rubber chicken survived, I'm still wearing a tutu, and I'm happy.
Exactly.
Then you realize that you're safe. And then, so you're right, then you're right, you can ask for that raise, because you're like, I can put myself out there, I'm not afraid of what can happen now, because you feel safer. So I get that.
And it's interesting, I see clients all the time, they go on this journey. They come in, they're very meek, they can't ask for what they want, and we go through the process and we help them to reclaim that, find their voice, they become this sexual being, especially for women. Like, as women, our power really lies within our vagina, right? It's like the strength, everything comes and goes from there.
Always with the puns.
I like it.
Arlene, I want to thank you again for being here.
Thank you.
And being part of our workshop.
Excellent.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling, this is interesting to me.
Is it? How so?
Well, like, for my culture, we're not really open to talking about this kind of stuff, and even, like, me as a person. So my laughter is because it is funny, but it's also because I'm uncomfortable.
Right.
Right. That's fair.
It's just fair.
Absolutely.
We're going to do I want to do a little bit of a breathing exercise that will help everybody as we get into our little workshop, okay?
Okay, cool.
This will help to relax you. And it's okay if you laugh. and it's okay if you laugh hysterically, and it's okay if you laugh because you're nervous.
Right.
Okay?
Cool.
All
Okay.
right, let's do it.
All right.
Shoulders are loose. Let's
Okay,
do
so everybody,
it.
and uncross your legs.
Okay. All right.
Arlene was the only one uncrossed.
Yes, I
Did you notice
know,
that?
right?
Already ready.
You're ready.
She's ready.
Right?
You know.
So we're gonna do. Everybody knows what a Kegel is.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We're gonna call it. We're gonna do some PC muscles. We're gonna wake up our PC muscles. This is gonna help us to get connected to our vagina.
PC
Alright.
does not stand for politically correct.
No, it does not.
What does it stand for?
Stands for a really complicated Latin term that
Okay.
I never can pronounce correctly.
I love
Alright.
it.
Got it.
All right, let's squeeze them.
Google it.
Okay.
Well, Google
Are
it.
we going to do the elevator thing?
So we're gonna close your eyes.
Have you heard about this?
I did. I was
Okay.
watching.
All right, close your eyes. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna squeeze your muscles.
Okay.
Right? And when you're first beginning, squeeze everything. Squeeze your anus, squeeze your vaginal
Alright.
canal. For the boys at home that are watching, I want you to squeeze those. You have the same PC muscles. All right, it's the same muscles that you use when you cut the urine or cut the flow of urine.
Okay.
And for the boys, it's the one that makes your penis dance.
Oh, well then.
Penis is dance.
I didn't know.
You're gonna get me a dancing.
It is. Okay, so everybody close your eyes,
All
take
right.
a deep breath in, breathe in, squeeze, exhale, relax, push out a little bit. The little bit I want to talk about, is that most vaginas are walking around being hypertension, right? We've been taught that, you're all loose, you should be doing your Kegels all the time. It's not actually the case. That our vaginal muscles are, instead of going to their full relaxed state, they're sitting more like this.
Okay.
So when when nothing's going on, instead of your vagina and the muscles being nice and relaxed, they're not. They're still in hypertension.
Huh.
So Kegels and doing your Kegels and your PC muscles is not just about tightening and strengthening, it's also about learning to relax them.
Okay.
Okay? So to learn to reset our muscle tone, you squeeze, and then when you relax, push your anus out a little bit.
Huh. Okay.
All right? Reset it.
All right. Why not?
Why not?
Might as well do it with you guys.
Exactly.
Arlene, we're friends for life now. You know
Oh,
this.
yeah.
This is
Exactly.
doing
My
this.
best
That's
friend. I
it.
gotta do everything with my best friend.
There you go. All right, let's try this again. Ready? Close your eyes.
All right.
Breathe in, squeeze, exhale, relax, push out a little bit. Good, we're going to do two more. Okay,
All right.
breathe in, squeeze, exhale, relax, push out.
Our producer's doing it too. I can hear
Yeah, and breathe in, squeeze, exhale, and relax, push out.
Now, I've had a baby, and I want to stop peeing a little when I sneeze. So is that going to help?
That's exactly what you
That's
need to be
gonna
doing.
help. And thank you. You all know this now. And
Yeah.
you know what? There's no women out there that have had childbirth that aren't peeing a little bit when they sneeze. So I'm
when
not
they're
telling
laughing.
tales.
They say that you should do, the experts,
Yeah.
say you should do 100 Kegels a day.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Just like we just did?
Just like we just did,
Okay.
right? Do 10 sets of 10. So
Okay.
I recommend to people to attach it to something that you already do. Like if you're driving, every time
Commuting.
you're at
Yeah.
your stop sign or a light. Or
Okay.
for me,
So
every
now
time I
whenever
open,
I'm beside a woman in their car at a light, I'm gonna be like,
she's
are
doing
they?
it.
Are
she's
she
doing
ceen?
Are
it,
they?
she's
I know.
doing her
But we have to
Kegels.
keep our eyes open when you drive, though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a fair
that's right.
point. I
Very,
knew that.
very important.
Just
Don't
feel-
close your
I knew
eyes.
that.
don't try that at home without your eyes open. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
So yeah, Kegel, Kegel, Kegel.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
Right? But don't do 100 at the same time because then I'm going to get an angry email from you saying, you broke my vagina! Right? Because it's like those muscle groups are like
Okay.
anything else. You don't want to overwork
You're
them.
going to feel it. All right.
Okay?
Got
Fair
it.
point.
Okay. So,
So-
ready to go into our little workshop?
Let's do it.
Okay. So, we're going to awaken our senses.
We have 3.5 minutes, just so you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Quick.
Okay.
All right.
Quick workout.
We're going to quick workshop about being present.
Okay.
All right. I love
Right.
it.
Okay.
Cool.
So what you're going to do is we're going to close your eyes. That's
Okay.
the easiest to start. And I want you to focus on something that you hear in the room. I want you to take a breath. Exhale. I want you to focus a little bit further away. Good. Open your eyes. All right, so that was our hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Waking
Okay.
up our hearing. I want you to look around the room and find something that you didn't notice before. Let me know when you found something that you didn't notice.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, good. That's what we do when we want to wake up our sight.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're going to smell. Okay, so you can let's smell yourself.
Nice.
Right? So there's two types of different smells. There's I like to call the drunken sailor. Hi, where it's a long sniff, and then we got little rabbit sniffs.
Ah.
All right, so smell your arm and see if you can pick up the different scents. If you do a long drunken sailor smell.
That's the same with breathing out too, right? Like the different techniques.
Yeah, right?
Interesting.
Okay, so then that's our smell.
Okay.
All right, now our taste. Okay, so it's great if you happen to be eating something, if you're drinking something, this makes tasting easier. However, you can still taste the air, like a little snake.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you how to do that. You're just going to kind of open your mouth a little bit and let the air, and suck in the air through your tongue and see what you pick up in the air.
I taste Megan and Arlene.
Are we tasty?
Yeah, we're
Very
tasting.
Good. All right. Good.
brunch.
Good. Good.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Now, when you're using something that you're actually putting in your mouth to taste,
Okay.
all right, you really want to take that moment to swirl it around all of your taste buds.
Okay.
Engage your lips in the process, all right? Take the time to chew and make sounds. Pleasure sounds sends, there's two frequencies, and ah. Send the frequency to our brain that says, oh, I want more. Give me more now, right? So when you're trying to reprogram something, just make those two sounds and you'll learn how to do that.
We've got about 45 seconds.
Okay, and touch. Okay, so now you're gonna rub yourself. I want you to take a moment to feel everything. All right, don't go around rubbing people unless they ask permission first.
Can I touch you?
Okay.
You didn't ask permission.
So-
That's
I did.
okay.
I went for it.
I did too.
I know.
So we did our sight, our sound, our smell, our taste, and our touch.
Okay.
Okay, so what you want to do is program that into your cell phone
Okay.
to go off 3 times a day and take 30 seconds to pick one of the senses throughout your day. And you'll find that you will become more aware, more pleasure, and then that's kind of the foundation step to being like an orgasmic being.
I love it.
Wow.
So everybody, that's your homework to do every day. Just do your Kegels if you got them.
Yeah.
And do your senses and your
All your
shoulders too.
senses.
It's always good. Thank you so much, Gaia, for being here, and Arlene for participating in our
Thank you.
workshop, Megan for being my lovely co-host, Ry for being our producer.